This video, we're going to talk about multiplying whole numbers by decimals, and what I'm going to do is go through the first two problems that you have in your homework assignment for tonight. Okay, so we're going to start off. I have 3, and I'm going to multiply that times 4 and 7/10. Okay, the way to set a problem up like this is think about it as a regular multiplication problem. Ignore the decimal for just a second. If there was no decimal there, it would be 3 times 47. So set it up like that. So it looks like I have 47 times 3. I just have to remember it's not really 47, it's 4 and 7/10. So now I'm going to put my decimal in. I'm going to work this problem as if it were 47 times 3. 7 times 3 is 21. 3 times 4 is 12, plus 2 is 14. Okay? So the digits that I have as my answer are a 1, a 4, and a 1. It looks like 141. But because I'm multiplying it times a decimal, my decimal is going to be in my answer. And this is how we check it to see where to put the decimal in the answer. I look at my original problem. In this problem, there is one decimal in this number 4 and 7/10. Behind that decimal is one digit. There is one digit in the problem that's behind the decimal. So in my answer, there's going to be one digit behind the decimal. If I had one digit up here, I'm going to have one digit behind the decimal in my answer. And if you look at this, it makes sense. It's a reasonable answer because if you cover up the 7/10, let's say I covered that up. 4 times 3 is 12. My answer should at least be 12, and it should be more than 12 because it's not 4 times 3, it's 4 and some change times 3. So my answer is going to be at least 12, but it's going to be more, and so 14 is a reasonable answer. If I got finished with this and I looked at my answer and it was 141, that's not a reasonable answer because 4 and some change times 3 is going to be somewhere around 12, a little bit more, but somewhere around it. So 141 is way too big. If I put it here, 1 and 41/100ths, well, that's not even as large as 3 times 4, so that can't be right. So there's only one place that it could go that it would make sense, and that is 14 and 1/10. Okay? So now let's look at question number 2. Okay? For number 2, it says 12 times 3/10. Okay? So again, I'm going to just look at this as 12 times 3. That's how I'm going to set it up. Then I'll put in my decimal. Okay? I work the multiplication problem. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 1 is 3. I have one digit behind the decimal in my problem. So I'm going to have one digit behind the decimal in my answer. So it's not going to be 36. It's going to be 3 and 6/10. And if you think about it, this answer makes sense because you're taking the number 12 whole things, and you're multiplying it by something less than 1. This is like 30 cents out of $1. That's not even a whole dollar. You would need a whole dollar to multiply it times 12 just to get back to 12. So just like with fractions, if you multiply a whole number times something less than 1, your answer is going to be less than the whole number you started out with. So we end up with something smaller than 12. We end up with 3 and 6/10. Right? And that's the first two problems on the homework. And I hope that helps you complete your homework for the night. Use your notes and use this video to help you out.